Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Hunterman, and this is Stellaris with the Nemesis DLC installed. And I'm picking a new research. A little bit of time passed between recordings, but not much. Oh, but society research thing needs to be improved. Planetary capital. Well, planetary capital is pretty good, though. Housing and amenities and all this good stuff. And administrative capacity is really good. But you know what? No. Let's stick to our guns. We're talking about doing science research, and this is still under 50 months to get an increase in science research speed. Might be dumb, but we're making it a priority, and we're going to see what happens. Oh, this... And my observation outpost is done. Which is getting us 8 whole society research.
Anomaly found.
Sensors report a shipwreck. Unidentified origin has been sighted in the orbit of Markab. Sure, I guess grab that. How's Mal doing? One available job. Well, these planetary administration, so... Wreckage identified. Our crew aboard the SGU Wanderer reported that the Markov shipwreck appears to have been the result of an unexpected geomagnetic solar storm. The supply ship suffered a complete loss of life support systems and sustained inoperable damage, drifting until it entered Markov's gravity well. There are no survivors. The ship's cargo hold does indeed contain a notable amount of materials. However, the captain of the SGU Wanderer cautions that the construction indicates Ryub design. It is highly likely that the minerals belong to the League, and they may be displeased should we claim their shipment. We will not risk an altercation. Increase our influence. Nice. What was I doing? I was building an industrial district, which sounds good. Food is looking up. Alright. I was double checking this science ship here. Research anomaly in system. Wreckage returned. Sexarians, we have received word of our downed supply ship's cargo. We would like to extend our gratitude for you taking the time to recover it without the need for Ryub intervention. Our pleasure, Ryubians. Nice. Give me that. Give me that solid, nice influence bump. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna get that ship on the ball building. This ship needs to summarily get up here.
Research complete.
Blue
System
lasers.
survey complete.
Hey, we can get a listening post. That is something we want. Any researchy type stuffs? No. We're going to build one in Dangle, and we're going to build one in Beji. And also, between recordings, I started the process of turning the NM base here, starbase here into an actual starbase.
Special project complete.
Because it's appropriately spaced for being able to capture basically all the trade in our entire nation, so we're going to do it. We build a trade hub there. After continued studies of the massive skeletal remains found on Hizzle 2A, Science Officer Juliette Perez has concluded that the creature served as some kind of organic starship. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the larger skeleton, and we assume these came from members of the crew. For unknown reasons, this organic starship suffered catastrophic damage and crash-landed on Hizzle 2A. We cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this. The study of these bones already has substantially advanced our knowledge. Incredible. Incredible. I like it a lot.
Construction complete.
Do I want to further expand to another world? I can colonize this with a different species.
Special project complete.
Let's see. I'm gonna name this one Ratchet. Archaeological project completed. After studying the wreckage of the two cyborgs warforms over Hizzle 1A, Science Officer Julieta Perez has concluded that they were most likely destroyed while fighting each other. This theory explains the lack of non-cyborgs debris, and fits the damage patterns found on the wrecks. Why the two cyborgs vessels turned on each other remains a mystery, however, after they were immobilized, both warforms triggered some kind of self-destruct mechanism that fried their neural processors. An interesting to find. I'm trying to get this Cyberx intel. Okay. Strike Force Phoenix.
Anomaly found.
Sensors picked up rhythmic movement on the hellish surface of Kakokin 1. That looks easy. Yeah, just go ahead and research that. Do it on your way. It'll be fine. Geothermal. The measured pounding observed from orbit is the motion of immense and ancient geothermal extractors, breathing their last. Built and then abandoned at some point in the distant past, the vast batteries of disintegrating machinery have been pumped up, superheated fluids from the planet's core ever since. Their storage capacitors are all broken or leaking, but some energy can still be siphoned from them. Well, that's good. Get some energy, and get a lot of engineering research. Sounds good. Glad we did that easy thing. I seem to have lost one of my factions. That's unfortunate, I think.
Special project complete.
We found debris on the Hizzle 6 from a large ship that does not appear to have been Cyber's origin in the crater that was once the site of their base. Our archaeologists speculate that the ship belonged to one of the organic civilizations under Cyber's attack. If so, it may have been sent to collide with the base on some kind of suicide run. No other explanation for the destruction of the base has been found. An interesting find. More engineering. Alright, is anybody not doing anything? Nope, we are currently moving forward in time.
Construction complete.
Alright, obviously we want
Research
this.
complete.
We probably want this. And we want to go here. Research complete. Our research to research the research is complete. Getting mining station output would not probably be bad. But we have a desert world over here, 40. That would be... I don't know. I don't think we have the throughput to go for destroyers right now. Let's improve them. Yeah. If we improve mining station output, we can build some of the lesser mining stations and get a benefit from them. And it doesn't take us that long. It'll recycle. It'll cycle through the technologies and get a different one, if nothing else. Oh, this station is complete. So we need to build a trade outpost.
Special project complete.
Oh, and we'll finish it off with a nebula refinery. Wait, or do we want the nebula first? Oh wait, we can do both. An analysis of the Cyberx research module we found on Hizzle 7 has revealed that the machine consciousness was experimenting with cybernetic lifeforms. Hundreds of unfortunate prisoners were transported to this facility for the purpose of having their limbs and organs replaced with various mechanical contraptions. The exact objective of these tests remains unclear. There's no evidence that Cyberx ever made use of cybernetic units outside of this lab. An interesting find. We're just learning all kinds of stuff about the Cyberx. Look at us. Look at us in our learning. Is that a power flicker? Freaky. Cyberx listening post. XXN-140 is in fact an artificially constructed object carefully concealed with a thin layer of rock to make it appear as an asteroid. The hollowed interior houses an ancient Cyberx listening post, which was used to spy on space traffic within the system. It has long since ceased functioning.
Situation log updated.
Neat. Fidgeting? The near sapient natives of Mal are causing a ruckus. I don't know how Mal will feel about that. Causing a ruckus on the outskirts of our colony. Something about the Sexarian Galactic Union's continued presence here visibly agitates them, as packs of them scurry to and fro between the settlement's borders and some unknown point to the east. Try to figure out what's going on. you gotta just try and figure out what's going on, right? You gotta understand people. Whoa, that's a big one. A group of xenologists departed the colony together with a contingent of military personnel tracking the movements of the native lifeforms. What they found were the remains of some ancient siege ship, evidently the nucleus of some small, primitive civilization long since decayed into nothing. The dominant native species of Mal seemed to be the product of some age-old seeding or genetic manipulation program. Going by the structures surrounding the siege ship, they were once distinctly tribal, with greater intelligence and even rudimentary written language. We cannot begin to guess what caused their species-wide de-evolution, but their behavior makes more sense now. On some instinctual level, they recognize us Sexarupians as similar to their original uplifters from the stars. Perhaps our ordered society calls out to some instilled impulse to order, drowned out by their baser nature. Maybe we can eventually ease their evolutionary anxiety by uplifting them to our level, but for now, we have gained valuable insight into the manipulation of the organics' ancient spacefaring cultures. Did I? Wait, fascinating. Hold on. Wait, where's Maul? Maul. We have a population that pre-sapients? I didn't mean to inhabit a world that had pre-sapients on it. Why didn't I get any warning about that? What? Well, that's unfortunate. Just taking over indigenous people's lands? That was not intentional. Okay.
Construction complete.
Let's see here. I guess we'll build some more energy. Well, actually, I guess we don't need energy. Let's go for more alloys. Zero jobs available here. How long until I can upgrade this? Number of pops equal to 10? Okay. Well, make that a mining place then. Wait, Agri-World? Okay, hold on. Agri-World? Are you also in Agri-World? What is... Okay. We got a colony ship on the way to somewhere.
Building a new home.
Solar Sailor. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Ceatera 2. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. An interesting, albeit primitive, design.
System survey complete.
Science vessel does what? Come back over here and research this anomaly. Then research this anomaly. Nefri's Pride. The armed vessel discovered in the orbit of Z9-03-A is an abandoned military spacecraft called Nefri's Pride. Its a light frame and evasive hardware suggests it was built for long-distance patrol missions, but it has since retrofitted into a long-range stealth bomber. Records of the ship's comms reveal it was hijacked by a rebel guerrilla on its way to perform a strike against a secret complex called Zavan Labs, said to hold a weapon so powerful it could win them the war when they were shot down. We have extracted the ship's destination from its navigational drive. Send a science crew to the lab, or we have no need for such a weapon. I mean, for science. Obviously for science.
Situation log updated.
Oh, you just meant in general. Send it to the lab. I guess fly over here? Carnival protesters? Protests are springing up across Sexar. These large and colorful assemblies have gathered in support of singularly frivolous issues, from the right to hold public dances inside financial institutions, to which colors should be painted onto our defense platforms. The protests are not violent, but they are noisy, and some of the civic services on Sexar have been placed under strain by disruption. The same cannot be said for the general public, however, who, rather than being inconvenienced, seem instead to be enjoying the quirky demonstration. We should get to the bottom of this? Manifesti Joy modifier added for 24 months, giving the following effects: plus 20% happiness, but specialist pop research out for negative 30%. They just can't work like that.
Situation log updated.
What are you... What are you protesting? Did I do something wrong? I hope I didn't do something wrong.
Construction complete. Special project complete.
Archaeological project complete. A closer study of the asteroid XXN-140 in reality, a hidden Cyberx listening post, has produced some interesting results. For whatever reason, the asteroid was left behind when the rest of the Cyberx vanished from the galaxy. It remained functional for at least 50,000 years after their disappearance, despite increasingly erratic behavior from its administrative AI. The more than 5 trillion failed attempts to connect with the Cyberx space hub, the AI appears to have succeeded by short-circuiting all of the asteroid systems. An interesting find. How are you coming along, little starbase? Okay, so this is plus 2 jumps, right? No, it's plus 1 jump. Crap. The Manifesti. The protests on Sexar have ceased almost as suddenly as they began. Rumors about the origins abound, but many whispers speak of a group called the Manifesti. The enigmatic collective seems to be responsible for a number of provocative art projects in recent years. Their subject matter every bit as spurious as the issues we're seeing posted. Okay. I'm going to say let the players have their fun, but then realize, dumbly, that I might be being spied upon right now, and people might be fucking with my culture. I had not considered that in my tiredness state until just a moment ago. Okay, hold on. What's this? Wait, what is this? Manipulation, subterfuge operations, provocative operations, sabotage operations. Well, you know what? Let's just go for intel. Okay, cease activity within the spy network. Within this spy network, allowing its spy master to reassign whilst also preventing its infiltration levels from decaying. Eh? Let's gain an asset. We can attempt to coerce operatives and other assets who would be of use to our intelligence operations, recruiting them for a price. Assigning an asset to this operation may skew the results towards their interests. Well, let's try for this. Because getting assets would be good for the future. Speaking of the future, hold on. Hi. I want to improve relations with you. And Harriet's probably the best to do that. But also, I want to spy the hell out of you. I can't spy on the Marauders, can I? No. Okay.
Research complete.
We made first contact with the mysterious aliens in the Sargas system. For now, we have codenamed them Eta aliens until we can find out more about them. They possess language. We must decipher it in order to establish communications. Interesting. Where are they? Right? Oh, over here? I don't think I have to worry about those guys. Research station outpost. Output. But getting the motes is kind of important. Gotta lean on that research, but at the same time, just being able to gather motes to have them for later, ultimately very important. They will open up technology options.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Let's see here. We're having a mineral problem. Badly damaged military vessel bearing elaborate alien insignia circles Bij. The ship has suffered a heavily incendiary attack which has melted its hull, leaving no survivors on board. No weapons known to us today can produce temperatures high enough to cause such an effect. Perhaps the ship's logs may shed some light. Examine the logs.
Situation log updated.
It's a situation log.
Research complete.
Mining station output. Ah, stronghold upgrade. Definitely want that. That's the only thing that's going to be a higher priority than the research is going to be going for the higher star bases.
Construction complete.
Available envoys increase. Now that we have an available envoy, let's try and figure out what's up with these guys. Encounter an Ufalo. Theta aliens. Interesting. You know what? We'll do those first because those seem more important. Oh, hey! My envoy is of not my species. That's awesome. Oh, you guys are... They are harming our relations. Well, that's not cool. Pictures grunt 1,000 words. A subversive dialect has taken root within our art centers and educational institutions. Its origins lie in another project penned by the Manifesti. Linguistics note that in this so-called you-slurp speak, all words relating to our economy have been replaced with expressive grunts. More worryingly, its many and colorful insults seem to be derived from the names of prominent military figures. This has drawn formal complaints from the individuals' families. Keep an eye on this for now. Do I need to espionage myself? No, it doesn't look like I have that option. Okay. So as I make first contact with people, apparently I'll get better at making first contact with people, if I'm to understand correctly how this works.
Construction complete.
Espionage operation pending event. Our spotters have begun integrating themselves with targets we've marked as potentially useful. Acknowledged. Okay. Theta aliens. Following the sighting of unidentified spacecraft in Uflau, all forces in the vicinity have been ordered to assume heightened state of readiness as per standard protocol. Intelligence is still analyzing what little data we have in the bogey, but it appears capable of hyperspace travel. Offensive capabilities remain unknown, as this likely represents our first contact with a new alien civilization. We should take steps to decipher their communications. Keep at it. Alright. To everybody who is watching later on YouTube, I thank you for watching. This has been somewhat tired, a little bit slow, progress, Stellaris, with the Nemesis expansion installed. I have been Huntermun, and I will see you in the future.